The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
49,
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And Davis was drafted in 2020 to add depth to the wide receiver room, but he started to get more looks late in his rookie season. I think he's a breakout candidate here in 2021. Nice catch there.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times and made a nice play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. On first down, Jones And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Raekwon Davis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Now it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. After one, 7-0, on EA Sports. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Edmonds again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. Edmonds. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now it's Crowder. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down,
touchdown! Complete at the 1. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Tua. Escaping Tua, hit, and the ball is out. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet.
Oh, and 2 are going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We all saw the talent, the big plays in Minnesota, but Stephon Diggs really elevated his game in Buffalo last year. Led the NFL in catches with 127.
Touchdown, Bills! Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Dolphins 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now it's Crowder. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them aren't blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air. And they come.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one swung out here to Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. It's a room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. On first down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Allen to throw it. A check down here to Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Throwing now is Allen. Screen play, Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Mostert now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
working with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Allen now looks to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I like this young guy out of Ole Miss in his 3rd year with Buffalo. Prototypical size for a tight end, 6'4", 254. I thought 2020 would be a big year for him. I do think it will happen in 2021.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They're going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. This complete to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones, 51 yards. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Edmonds. A little juke. Fights through and now a crease. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage. Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. And let's get this. Get this.
From the gun, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. To try again after the sack. Tua looking deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he works free. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From midfield, here's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Tagovailoa. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly